Alright, top of the morning. I would have done this at home, but I'm a little impatient as I'm getting tweets on Twitter that James Gunn has announced his plans for the new DC universe, which would be Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, or Monsters and Gods. No, I think it's Gods and Monsters, but just yeah, so here I am doing this again. Like the last time I did this was with my Spider-Verse trailer. But enough chit-chat, let's watch the new announcement.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure
I'll definitely
DCU
screen record a better quality video
in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love, that resets the entire DC universe. And then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them.
Basically, both
the next project up is Waller.
And games
this is the story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other Lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's
I know
a
this for a
loser
fact.
from the
Chris
future
Pratt is definitely
who
going to be playing him.
future
I'm calling
technology
it now.
to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about, a very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique. It's something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me.
I'm excited.
And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
That's it. That's pretty much all the new slates. I'll be doing the thoughts on all of them once I get home. For now, I gotta get going, but I'm gonna take screenshots of all the announcements he just did, which I probably already did, but still though, I'll see you all in my next clip, because I'm gonna definitely screen record the whole thing with better quality since I have bad quality in here, but hey, at least it didn't load for me. But anyways, I'll see you all at my house later today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, James Gunn's new DCU slate has been revealed, and not gonna lie, I'm pretty hyped for some of the projects that he's revealed. Now, he's made it clear that he hasn't revealed the full entire slate of Chapter 1, so he's most likely gonna have revealed half of Chapter 1, and we've just seen, like there's probably 20, let's just say there's 20 projects in Chapter 1, and he's only revealed to us 10, and we haven't seen the rest of it, which would be the other 10. That's just what I'm saying, and he has made some clarifications on some other topics, like the DCU, which, yeah, it's gonna be dead by the time Flash is out. I'll probably do a separate video on that, depends really, but just, let's just talk about my thoughts, just quick thoughts on the new projects he's announced. I'll also tell you my top 3 most anticipated projects, and my number 1 spot is probably going to be surprising, probably mainly for me, I don't know, but I also made a paper list thing right here. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, just to talk about my thoughts, since I have gotten the screenshots. This is just more better that way, just talk about my thoughts, but just still, let's just get on with it, shall we? Oh, wait a second. That way my hair looks nice. I fixed my hair because I've been wearing a hood all day and just... yeah. So we have about 5 movies coming out and 5 TV shows coming out. And even though that Blue Beetle and apparently Aquaman 2 is going to be set in the DCU, which I have some concerns over Aquaman 2. Like, I feared that would have also been rebooted, but apparently not. So wait, Jason Momoa is staying as Aquaman in the new DCU? I'm so confused. But with that being said, we have gotten 2 confirmed release dates for 2 specific movies. One that I'm pumped about, and another, oh hell freaking yes, this is about damn time. But yeah, the one that's gonna kick off Chapter 1, basically, that's just gonna start it all. Like, just, even though we'll get Blue Beetle and Aquaman 2, Superman Legacy is what's really gonna kick off Chapter 1. That's basically like the first thing that'll kick off Chapter 1, which is currently titled Gods and Monsters. So yeah, Superman Legacy will pretty much be kicking off Chapter 1 of Gods and Monsters, and is hitting theaters July 11th, 2025, and I thought 2023 would be similar to 2018, and 2024 would be similar to 2019, but for 2025, there's like, I don't know what's up with 2025, but it's looking to be like the biggest year yet. I don't know, I figured 2024 would be the biggest year, but clearly I must be mistaken or something. But yeah, since we're talking about Superman, James Gunn actually posted something. He didn't like post it, but I've been seeing articles about how he didn't actually fire Henry Cavill, and that just basically explained the whole situation, that he never really fired him. And I'm like, okay. So I'm guessing just Warner Bros., not him specifically. I'm so confused. But still though, as much as I'm upset that Henry Cavill is no longer Superman, sadly, I gotta move on. Well, for other people who are pissed and are tweeting out #fire James Gunn, like, sure, I'm a little upset, but sadly, I'll get over it as I move on, which hurts. Like, seriously, it just hurts that I hear myself say that I'm moving on from it. Like, just, he was pretty much my Superman by the time this movie came out. And I was like, how old was I again? Hold up. If I got my calculations correctly. I can't think. I'm too stupid. I'm excited we're getting another Superman movie, and forever's gonna be the new Superman. I'll welcome him with open arms. Sure, I'm a little upset, but sadly, I'll get over it as I move on, because, like, we've had past other Supermans, and speaking about another Superman, thank freaking God, Superman and Lois is still gonna continue on, as James Gunn said something about Superman and Lois. Like, oh my God, I'm so happy about this. Like, this I can be happy about. Because I thought I was going to get canceled, man. But yeah, I wouldn't be that type of person that would just tweet out #fire James Gunn. No, I'm not like that. Like, y'all need to kind of, I'm sorry, y'all need to just get over it, okay? As much as I'm upset that Henry Cavill's no longer Superman, just, we all gotta move on and just suck it up. Wow. I was honestly was gonna make, actually, I was planning on making a Superman video after the announcement thing. Now I'm debating if I should do that or not. I don't know. I might as well do that around when I do a Superman review on Man of Steel. We shall see. I'm now having second thoughts of doing a video of that or not. But basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm excited we're getting another Superman movie. It has been like 10 freaking years, almost 10 years since we got one, and that would be Man of Steel. And whoever's going to be playing Superman, I'll welcome him with open arms. But yeah, that's not the only confirmed release date we got for a DC movie that's coming out in 2025. The next DC movie that's going to be coming out in 2025 that has a confirmed release date. And what would that be? The freaking Batman, baby! It's about damn time we have a release date! Also, I now remember that it was confirmed that the Batman is most likely to release in 2025. And, like, didn't we just get the Batman last year? I figured that it came out 2 years ago or something. I don't know. It just felt like an eternity since it came out. But we're about to get it in 2 freaking years. I can wait. I can wait. I can wait easily. Want to know the one movie I cannot wait on seeing? Avengers King Dynasty and Secret Wars. Like, I badly want to see those movies. But for the Batman Part 2, which that is currently titled. It is currently titled The Batman Part 2. And just, yeah, I could just wait 2 years. I can wait 2 years, because by the time it's out, time has already flown by for me. Also, the Batman universe is not going to be in the DCU, which, honestly, I'm fine with that, which, thank God. I would have rather preferred this to be its own universe, but for other projects that aren't in the main timeline, he's made it clear that they are DC Elseworld projects, which I'm honestly glad he's clearing up a few things. Well, almost a few things. He's gave us some answers about the whole DCEU situation, which, yeah, like I said earlier, I may have to do a separate video on that. But still, though, we're getting the Batman Part 2. Ryan, if you're seeing this, we gotta see this together. Honestly, I might as well do a meme that I did with my friend Ryan, which would be this. I feel like this is the best thing I've come up with on creating my own memes. And actually, though, Ryan ain't gonna be the only person I'm gonna go see the Batman Part 2 with. I'm bringing my brother with me, D, because he texted me today, being hyped up about which he must have saw the news, and just, I'm bringing the boys with me. I'm bringing Ryan and D with me as we go see this in theaters October 3rd, 2025. If anything, we'll see it day 1, opening night, which will be October 2nd. Anyway, sorry, just had to get that right out of the bed. But just, let me just, list off all the movies and shows that he's announced. So yeah, we're getting another Superman movie that is hitting theaters July 11th, 2025. And it's titled Superman Legacy. And from what James Gunn has said, it's about him balancing him being a Kryptonian while learning how to be a normal human being. Now, that's not what he said exactly. For better context, here it is. Cause I'm sorry, I can't remember fully about the whole thing. But just, basically he's gonna be learning how to be human, as he's pretty much an alien. But yeah, this won't be an origin story. But that ain't the only Superman movie we're getting. We're actually getting a Supergirl movie titled Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. And from what I have heard, it is going to be a dark sci-fi movie, as while Superman had just gotten lovable parents and lived a happy life, Supergirl is going to have a very tragic backstory, as she's going to be witnessing her entire planet Krypton get destroyed. And just, yeah, basically this movie is going to be dark. But that ain't going to be the only dark DCU movie we're going to get. We're getting Swamp Thing that is going to not only be dark, but going to be a horror movie, which, that is freaking perfect. I've heard about Swamp Thing. I barely know anything about him, but him plus horror movie equals perfection. Like, I can already imagine watching a trailer of this and already being terrified. For example, the Boogeyman trailer, which Yeah, that scared the crap out of me if no one has seen my reaction. Also, we're not only getting the Batman Part 2, we're going to be having separate Batman movies, as besides having Matt Reeves' Batman movie that is coming out in theaters October 3rd, 2025, we're also getting another Batman movie, which would be our main DCU Batman, titled The Brave and the Bold. Not titling it Batman or Robin. I think I could see why they didn't title it Batman and Robin, because no one really liked Batman and Robin. I'd have to watch. I've never seen Batman and Robin. I'd have to be the judge of that. And who knows if I'll end up liking it, but if anything, I'll probably think it's dumb or something. But still, though. But honestly, I'm fine with it. But yeah, this movie is going to be about Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne, if I pronounce his name correctly, who is the current Robin. And I know a little bit about him, as he's a little assassin. And apparently, he and Ra's al Ghul's daughter did the Devil's Tango, and that's how he was created. Oh, Jesus Christ, did I actually just said that? But yeah, this movie will introduce the entire Batman family, and speaking about Batman family, I recommend you guys check this out if you read webtoons, but I've been reading a series called Batman Family Adventures. I don't know if I got the name correctly. This is the comics right here. I've been reading them on webtoons, and the fact that this movie is going to be introducing the Bat family, and I've been reading a webtoon comics about them, I'm honestly hyped about that. Like, I've been loving this series so much, and the fact we're gonna see them in live action, like, hell yeah, baby! Lastly, we have a movie called The Authority, which is James Gunn's passion project he's been working on. This must be the next DC movie he's been working on ever since he finished doing the Suicide Squad. Now, I don't know jack squat about this, but according to Stoops, this is supposed to be James Gunn's version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, well, I don't know nothing about this, but I'm still gonna check it out, as this could be a big movie from what he said. I don't know, but just, I don't know nothing about them, but I'm still gonna check it out. As for the shows, we have Lanterns, which will focus on Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. And right after that, it is about damn time we finally have a Green Lanterns project. Like, the last thing we got that was Green Lantern related was the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds. Now, not everyone enjoyed that. I need to rewatch that just to see if I enjoyed it. Now, right now, as of right now, yeah, I enjoyed it, but I need to see why did no one not enjoy it. But it's about, like, it has been, like, how long? It's been 20 freaking years since we've gotten a Green Lantern project. But here's what hypes me most about. Besides, the show just starring Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan, which, hell freaking yeah, baby. Best of both worlds. This is pretty much going to be a detective series, and it is going to play a bigger part into the main story of the DCU, but just, basically the premise I've heard about this, of it being, like, a true detective. I've not seen that, and y'all are probably gonna want me to recommend it. But still, basically it's gonna be like a detective series, and they're gonna discover something truly terrifying, but it's gonna play a bigger role into the main storyline. But just everything I've heard about this, like, holy crap, I want to see this now. Is this coming out after Superman? Another series we're getting on HBO Max is Paradise Lost, which is a prequel series to Wonder Woman. In other words, a Wonder Woman prequel series. Now, everyone's expecting we'll see a young Wonder Woman in this series, but honestly, I highly doubt that, because, like, this show is going to be taking place before she was born. I mean, they may show her being born in the show. I don't know. But basically what I'm trying to say is that I highly doubt we'll see her, but I'm intrigued to check this out, as this is going to be similar to Game of Thrones. Just basically, it's going to be a Game of Thrones show. And I've not finished watching the entire show, but 2 seasons in, I'm down. But yeah, like I said, it is a Wonder Woman prequel that will focus on the Themyscira before Diana is born. As for the next show, which is Waller, and I was hoping that he would give us an update to Season 2 of Peacemaker, and he pretty much has, somehow. So the reason we have not gotten updates about Peacemaker Season 2 is because he's been working on this, along with other projects he's been working on for the DC Universe. And technically, Waller is pretty much the next show to watch after Season 1 of Peacemaker. As in, Waller is going to be taking place between Season 1 and 2 of Peacemaker. As in, after Waller, we get Peacemaker Season 2, which, thank freaking God, because I was hoping to have some updates about Peacemaker Season 2. I've been dying for a Season 2.
Yeah, Peacemaker's back, baby! Twerk it and twerk it. Get my little tush out. It's my famous butt dance, my butt dance, my butt dance.
But now thinking about it, I think it's perfect that we're getting a Waller series, because after how Peacemaker ended, yeah, I could already imagine what's happening to Amanda Waller now, as her daughter has technically exposed her. So yeah, I'm actually quite pumped about this, not gonna lie. But yeah, Waller is a spin-off series in the works with Viola Davis and will include some of the cast of Peacemaker. But for the next show on HBO Max is Booster Gold. I have no idea who this guy is. Apparently everyone's a fan of him. And I could see Chris Pratt possibly playing him. I feel like it's inevitable. But yeah, he's apparently a loser and wants to be accepted as being a hero to everyone when he takes a time-traveling device and goes back in time. I don't know. I mean, here's the full details about it, but from a premise I've heard about this show, it's giving me Peacemaker vibes, as everyone just hated Peacemaker, and now he's sort of loved. I don't know, that's just the vibes I was getting. And lastly is Creature Commandos, which is actually going to be an animated series, but we'll have actors voicing them that will come into live action. Now here's a fun fact you should know. Both live action projects and video games, but also animated shows, or movies, but mainly animated shows, are all going to be connected. Basically taking the Star Wars route with the movies, the animated shows, and also the games. That I am down for, hell yes. But for the Creature Commandos, yeah, know nothing about them, but I'm still gonna check it out. But as I mentioned earlier about the DCU being dead by the Flash is coming out, funny thing you should know, before all of this, I actually had a funny thought about all of this that I wanted to cover on TikTok. I wanted to make a TikTok video about this. I had a thought of how they can make all this work, and I figured the Flash is gonna have to reset, like, the Flash movie has to be the movie that resets the entire timeline, and then Blue Beetle will be the first movie in the DCU. And literally, I basically called it. Now, that was probably a lucky guess, but, like, I was thinking about it earlier today, and now hearing that the Flash will reset the entire universe, wow, did I just predict the future or something? But here's what's confusing. Aquaman 2 is apparently going to be part of the DCU. Okay, I'm already confused. But yeah, pretty much the last DCU movie we shall get will be The Flash. And just, yeah, pretty much it's resetting the entire universe, which means, goodbye Snyderverse, DCU, whatever, it's gone, bye-bye. Because by the time you fired Henry Cavill as Superman, just blow the universe to bits. Because just reboot everyone. And, he's not made it clear if it's a full-on, I mean, everyone's been saying that, no, yeah, it's a full reboot. Even Dave Bautista has said that it's a full reboot. But if he's keeping certain actors in the new universe, I don't know. I find that concerning. I don't know. I had to do a separate video talking about my thoughts on that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the projects he's announced. And yeah, I'm actually excited for this because we now have something to look forward to. But like, because here's the problem that apparently the DCU has had. They've pretty much not had a connected plan. They pretty much did not have a plan, and just is why it was a bit of a mess or something. I don't know, I basically didn't saw that until everyone's been mentioning about it, but just, basically they have a plan. And, yeah, that's pretty much a taste of what we're about to see, because, like I said, he's only revealed a little bit about it, but we haven't, I'm gonna say this rather bad, we've not gotten the whole entire thing. This is just only a taste. I feel like he's just cooking up pretty big things for Chapter 1. Because like I said earlier, I think he's most likely revealed like half of Chapter 1. Who knows if he'll reveal the rest of Chapter 1 by Comic-Con this year or DC Fandom, if that'll ever happen. With that being said, that's just my thoughts on the new DCU slate. Basically, James Gunn's slate of the DCU, which honestly, I figured DCEU could have worked since it's extended as we have other projects that aren't connected to the main universe, but back then, I wanted it to be DCU. I was annoyed that it was just titled DCEU, but James Gunn, you just did me a favor, man. I prefer DCU, and yeah, I'm honestly just excited. And here's what's funny to me: we basically have two Kevin Feige's, and that would be James Gunn and Peter Safran. But still, I can understand y'all be pissed and all, but I'm not someone that would just tweet a hashtag fire James Gunn because just I'm basically defending him on all this. Y'all can hate him or whatever, but I'm excited for his new DCU slate, and just, yeah. For the top 3 projects I'm excited about, would be The Brave and the Bold, Superman Legacy, and, well, technically, I might as well cheat here, The Brave and the Bold, but also Batman Part 2, Superman Legacy, and Lanterns, surprisingly. One of these 3 I mentioned would have been on my number 1, but surprisingly, it's Lanterns. That's probably my most anticipated project I'm excited about, because not only have I been dying for a Green Lantern project, but just the premise, man, like, I need to see this now. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
So here you have it, a full look at the upcoming Funko Pop line for Ezra Miller's The Flash movie.
Just know, 3C Films, I intend to do everything in my power to collect every single Funko Pop. Especially this particular one. Woo! She's the only reason why I'm seeing the Flash movie. She's the only... I'm only seeing it because of her. Oh, I think I'm gonna go full Simba when I go see this movie.